Hi, this week we were talking about chapters 10 and 11 for middle school, 6, 7, and 8, college and career readiness. So, how do we prepare our middle school students for college and career readiness? We need to make sure that we are taking a look at our physical development and the adolescents and how they develop, their growth spurts, hormonal shifts, and motor skills, their impact on self concept and their social standing based on appearance and ability, because this does affect how they participate in class, how they are engaged in their learning. So we want to make sure that we're aware of that. We're aware of their cognitive development, their formal operational thinking, their abstract reasoning, problem solving, and future projections. So we also want to look at, is there any types of development that they might be experiencing? Are there any external factors, environmental factors that might affect how they are building their thoughts into the future? Are they even planning for the future? Has there been some type of situation where students aren't planning for the future? So we want to make sure we're paying attention to these things. Their psychosocial development. So as our eighth graders begin to navigate their identity versus their role confusion and balance their personal desires with their peers and family, they develop a self-awareness and an emotional regulation. And then how they develop socially, they become attuned to social cues, peer expectation, beginning to negotiate their conflicts. Their communication skills improve, their ability to empathize with others, and building positive relationships. So, some of the career theories that we want to focus on are, we have our Godfredson's theory, which explains how early adolescents narrow their career options based on their social status and perceived fit, influenced by their family and peers. We have Holland's theory of vocational choices, using the six personality types that help students to understand their interests and match their careers accordingly to their self-awareness and satisfaction in career choices. And then Young's ecosystem career concepts that emphasizes the role of the family, the peers, the school, the community influences and their career development, and highlighting the importance of implicit and explicit career messages that can collaboratively support. We have Erickson's identity versus role confusion, um, where they are exploring who they want to be, their beliefs and values and career aspirations. And during this stage, it involves reconciling personal desires with peer and family influences. We have Marcia's identity status, where she has the four identity statuses: moratorium, diffusion, foreclosure, and achievement, that describes how adolescents explore and commit to their career choices, ranging from active exploration to premature commitment or lack of direction. And then we have an impact on their career decisions, that students' social development and peer influences shape their career decision making. And this is where they're emulating some of their relatives, maybe their favorite relative, what they're doing, especially if they've recently graduated from college, and they're talking about their career development, especially if it's a student, a family member who may not have done well in elementary or middle school, but now they're achieving in middle school. They'll see that career as an option for them and something that they want to emulate and move forward with. So, a college readiness, a career curriculum may include self assessment, focusing on the students, helping them to explore their interests and abilities and values through formal assessment and interest inventories. Career awareness, guiding the students to identify occupations that match their personality types using tools like the Hollanday Occupational Finder and the World of Work map. And then decision making as a unit three, helping them to use their self assessment results and career awareness to make initial decisions about high school career curriculum paths and lessons on psychoeducational strategies that um, have real life case scenarios and involve parents to support their decision making. Some types of assessment tools for career exploration. We've got the values sort card, card sort, I'm sorry, and this activity helps students to prioritize and reflect on their career related values, fostering deeper self awareness and career fit understanding. We've got the genograms, helping the students map family and influence adults and careers to explore patterns, influences, and unique patterns paths in their own career development. And the interest inventory tests like the Hollins or the ONET profiler, all of those. Um, Middle school career activities. You can have the future fantasy career where the students match their ideal career with limitations and reflect on how their values align with these dreams and helping them to connect to personal interest. You can do a job description research where students explore real world job postings and use resources like the Occupational Outlook Handbook, online job sites to understand what are the skills that are required for these particular types of jobs. You can do resume writing, where they create a simple resume highlighting their skills, hobbies, and achievements. Many of them don't have any type of work experience, but we can take those relatable skills, such as their chores and whatnot, and turn them into jobs and helping them to write that. And then cover letter writing, where in their interest in a specific job and they're writing a cover letter to um, a career talking about their level of interest and highlighting their skills in that cover letter. We can use technology for career exploration. There's tons of online career programs that are self-paced and they have engaging models that help the students explore their interests. There's plenty of games and apps. We those can be found on the databases such as the ONET and the Occupational Outlook Handbook. There's digital tools that personalized career assessment that match the student's interests and abilities. And then we also have the same for college as well, where the students are able to match their interest in a major and work their way backwards to that. We also want to promote STEM careers for everyone, because it offers high paying and in demand careers and opportunities. We want to also make sure that the students are aware that science abilities often deter students from aspiring to STEM. So we want to make sure that they are exposed to STEM careers and highlight those interests. There's all different types of programs that can help to support the STEM careers. So making sure that these are available and that students are aware and participate in some of these careers. We want to engage all stakeholders in career readiness with our teachers' roles, our parental involvement, community partnerships, and our collaborative impacts. So teachers' roles, they can do subject-specific career connections in which they kind of highlight in the subject's specific careers. And they can do contextual experimental learning where the speakers and you can get specific speakers to talk about careers and come to the classroom, and the teachers make the lessons relevant, helping the students to understand potential career paths. We want to make sure that we are involving our parents with ongoing parent education. We want to make sure we're tailoring their communication methods, such as the workshops, newsletter, social media and community partnerships to reach parents with different scheduling needs, language needs, and levels of knowledge so that this isn't the first time that parents are hearing about different types of careers and they can, guide their children towards the careers that they think are important. Here's some partnerships, parental engagement strategies that will help keep the parents engaged, like visiting workplaces during lunch breaks, hosting meetings with community leaders at local churches, libraries, to provide convenient, familiar locations for parents to receive information, utilizing online tools for the parents, and partnering with local businesses. When we do an eighth grade transition overview, we want to make sure that we have uh, curriculum decisions, which um, students can choose their high school path and decide which school to go to and start looking at their career and technical tracks in their college preparatory courses and AP classes. We want to make sure that we're increasing their psychosocial development and that they're beginning to plan and also having effective transition planning for preparation for high school. So we talked about the college and career readiness activities, the self-awareness focus, career awareness activities, collaborative decision making. Here's what some of the units would look like with three different assessments, three different interests. Lesson plans for each unit, giving you a wide range of choices for that. Um, We also want to individualize interventions and our caseload challenges that we sometimes face. Usually, counselors have over 400 to 1. So, we want to make sure that we're getting the results, meeting with those students who are not at grade level, and putting an intervention plan together for those students so that they can graduate with, you know, passing grades and making sure that they receive the interventions that they need by collaborating with the teachers, outside resources, and getting them any support that is required. We want to make sure we collaborate with our teachers to deliver these types of lessons in the classroom. And when we are delivering the lessons, we can do this by matching the content based on what the teacher is teaching. So, like if we want to do something as it connects with STEM, we want to kind of go into the science and math courses and do a lesson there, using some of those lessons that the teachers are teaching to show them how the work that they're doing relates to the careers that they're interested in or that the students may become interested in. So this is important if we're going to go into language arts and history and use those, we can use that for all of the other types of careers that are there, the writing, the technology, all of that. Um, and we want to make sure that the school counselors collaborate with local factories to meet parents during their lunch breaks and support the parents and help them so that they're aware of what's going on in there. So here's some examples of what we can do for eighth graders transitioning to high school in their ninth grade year. They can do high school visits, parent workshops, skill development, collaboration in communication. So we want to make sure that we have all of these tools available for our students. Right. Thank you.